Hey, did you like that intro? Well, I'm happy to announce animation commissions are now open. If you've got a budding YouTube channel, like what I do, or just want to support your favorite baghead, information about how you can secure a spot will be linked in the description below. Now, back to your irregularly scheduled programming. My mom's always had this peculiar quality about her. This quality being her mind-blowing mind-reading abilities. She is what many would call a psychic medium. Psychic meaning she can tell the future, and medium meaning she can contact the deceased. Or, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, just think of her as a really good guesser. In fact, she is so good at guessing, she can read our thoughts. As we're thinking them!
Man, I really want a pineapple pizza with pepperoni for dinner.
Hey honey, how would you feel about me making us a pineapple pizza with pepperoni for dinner?
Needless to say, it can get kinda creepy. Especially when she knows what grade I got on a test I haven't even written yet. You got a 72, by the way. But, Zed, if your mom can, see the future and stuff, then why doesn't she just pick up a lottery ticket, ask Jesus Christ himself for the numbers, and win the $1 billion Powerball? Oh, but, dear viewer, bold of you to assume she hasn't tried. We were driving along the highway on our way to our cottage one Friday night when my mom decided to buy a lottery ticket.
She realized the only way to put her gift to the test would be with an unshakable variable. Something without feeling, emotion, or sentimental ties.
The perfect test subject, dear viewer, was a lottery ticket. So we pulled over and she hopped into a desolate pit stop gas station and bought a ticket for our local lottery. My mom took whatever numbers popped into her head at that moment, punched it into the machine, and received her ticket. The next morning, we turned on the news to view the results. And the outcome was something too close to be coincidental. The first 3 numbers were bang on. The other 4 were either one higher or one lower than the winning tickets. And they were all in order. Having 3 numbers out of 7 won you another free ticket. Having all 7 won you the jackpot. Talk about getting the middle finger from the afterlife.
I was always skeptic of my mom's crazy stories up until this point, but it's hard to deny the supernatural when it happens right in front of you. Speaking of which, here's a story where my mom's gift was a matter of life and death. In mid-2018, our home computer was situated in what's called a sunroom, a room inside a house where all the outside walls are windows. Because glass doesn't conduct, the room magnifies the outside temperature tenfold. And this is basically a long-winded way of saying that in order to survive the July heat, the inside door had to be opened and every fan had to be in there full blast at all times. It was the hottest day of the year. My mom was at our cottage, my stepdad was at work, my brother was on the computer, and I was, well, in my room, browsing Tumblr. Scrolling through my dashboard, there was one post that caught my attention. It was one of those public service announcements Tumblr likes so much. But instead of a political rant, it was an infographic about heat stroke. I paused for a full second and thought back to my brother in the sunroom. I reasoned with myself that I had just checked up on him half an hour ago, and he was totally not baking from the inside out. However, the instant I scrolled past that post, my mom called me. Hey Zed, how's your brother doing? You should go check on him. I just can't shake this awful feeling. Go make sure he's got his fans on. He's gonna get heat stroke if that door's closed. I sprinted to the sunroom, yanked open the closed door, and am immediately blasted by heat. It turns out, after I left, my brother had closed the door and turned off both fans in an act of childhood rebellion. It was nearly 40 degrees in there. Had I not intervened, my 7-year-old brother may have been nothing more than flesh-colored jello. What really irks me about this story is my mom was at our ocean vacation home when this happened. It was over 12 degrees cooler there, but she managed to call me right before heat exhaustion would have set in. Not to mention her suspiciously specific timing. Still not convinced? Well, what if I told you my mom's gift had direct influence on my channel?
Just over a year ago, I made a deal with my mom that if I hit 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, she would buy me a Wacom Cintiq, which if you didn't know is a super duper super expensive fancy smanchy professional drawing monitor. Now, In the final weeks leading up to the festive deadline, I had around 800 subscribers. Needless to say, with an average gain of 1 subscriber every 2 days, it wasn't looking too good. During the first 2 weeks of December, I remember pleading her to change the deadline. Just a few more weeks. What about waiting until the end of January? Mom? But my mom insisted that the 1K deadline would not only be met, but surpassed. All this much, much sooner than I thought. Much sooner turned out to be December 14th. I woke up at 4 in the morning vibrating. Yes, literally vibrating. I tried to get back to sleep, but my energy levels were just too high. Deciding to sacrifice a good night's rest, I checked Twitter and saw that I had over 200 notifications. They were all congratulating me on 1,000 subscribers. I was so confused. I had just hit 850 mere hours before. What happened was friendly neighborhood animator Katsune shouted me out to all of her subscribers. And in less than 4 hours, my sub count had doubled. I got my Cintiq, and y'all got better videos.
Now, don't get me wrong. I haven't always believed in my mom's abilities. It was only after a year jam-packed with crazy accurate predictions I decided to put my skepticisms to bed. I believe my mom's got psychic powers. Do you? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
So, moral? Don't use your superpowers to inflate the local economy. Use them to cheat the YouTube algorithm instead.
If you want to see me at VidCon 2019 and are a big fan of animation just like myself, then I implore you to check out my animation commissions. Information about them will be linked in the description below. If you are interested, just drop me a line on my Twitter at BaggiBoi with 2 eyes, or send me an email at zlastname@gmail.com. Both names are on the screen. Every dollar from every commission is one step closer to VidCon 2019. Thank you all for your support. But if you can't support me financially, just give this video a like and share it with whoever, as well as leaving a comment. That'll help us combat against the evil algorithm. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Oh, and by the way, it's hereditary.